Hello, and welcome back to Around the World with me, Whitney. And on today's episode, we will be talking about my recent Guatemalan Me-Cation. So I went to Guatemala to do a aerial yoga retreat. So I was doing aerial yoga before the pandemic started, but then it wasn't quite as much of a thing afterwards just because a lot of the studios had to close due to the pandemic restrictions on class sizes and the efforts to reduce COVID 19. But now that we are able to safely travel and be around people again with vaccines and mask usage, I finally got to do aerial yoga once more. And it was so much fun. It was great to get back on the silks and be upside down more so than before. And while I was away, I also got to just kind of have more self care and me time. I managed to re bedazzle a new sketchbook. Bedazzling is so fun, and I love mandala art, and I think it's very relaxing. So that happened a lot during my break, as well as my summer reading. Stephen King, of course. Most people might not think this is relaxing, but for me, this is very good for my relaxing reading. And I was reading this actually alone in my little cabin, and the lights went out because a tree fell on the light pole. So then I was alone in a very dark house reading Stephen King with a blue flashlight. But other than that, it was a pretty calm and relaxing week. And I was even so relaxed on this vacation that I ended up sleeping through an earthquake. So the next morning, everyone was like, "Did you feel the earthquake?" I was like, "No, I definitely was so relaxed. I slept through it." I even got to see the volcano on the last day. So I kept trying to see this volcano that we supposedly could see from the camp I was staying on. And I couldn't see it. I like walked 20 minutes out of the way to try to see this volcano, and it would not come out because the clouds were hanging low and it was raining, so there was a lot of humidity and fog, and it was just a time that I could not see the volcano. And the last day that I was there, the volcano came out, and I finally got to see it. So that was a great way to end my time there. I also did get caught up in a little bit of the airport chaos. I was a little worried about it going there, but everything was fine. But on the way back, my flight got delayed by like 5 hours. I was like stuck in Florida overnight, and they lost my suitcase for like 3 days, but it was found. It's kind of hard to lose a suitcase with a giant neon colored butterfly on the front, so it was found, thank goodness. And the airport just seems to be like a real chaotic place to be nowadays with all the cancellations in different regions and weather in tropical realms. And now let's get into all of the fun things that I bought while in Guatemala. I did way too much shopping while I was there, but I got lots of great things. For starters, I got this cool painting of the Guatemalan flowers. They're very bright and colorful. And this was very revitalizing for me because here where I live, it snowed in April and killed all of our beautiful flowers. So everything's like dead outside now. So it was great to see some blooming flowers out there. Um, I also went to a weaving workshop and I learned how to weave fabric and patterns like the Mayan cultures. And fabric weaving is real hard, y'all. I spent like 5 hours on this. 5 hours for this tiny little square. And it just reminds us that, like, as costumers, we take for granted the fact that fabric exists. And I can imagine having to weave an entire roll of fabric every time I needed to make a new piece and not take 5 hours on every little square foot. So it's always nice to appreciate people who have weaving skills and the amount of time that they put into creating these beautiful pieces of work. Speaking of fabrics, I have lots of more fabrics that I actually bought while I was there. So I have like this one that's really detailed. It has lots of patterns and colors in it, and I thought it looked really cool. So I got this one. And I have some scarves. This one has like a metallic thread involved in it, so it has like sheen to it. So much fun. And my favorite magenta e purplish pink color. This will match pretty much everything in my wardrobe when I'm not wearing my theater blacks, of course. I also got a coffee mug. So I get coffee mugs everywhere. I'm obsessed with coffee and things to drink coffee out of. And this one has a Mayan calendar and a little Mayan village and the volcano and a little Guatemala sign at the bottom. So it's really pretty, really cute, and it will be great for my coffee needs. Check out my jade stone ring. So this one has a black jade stone, which is supposed to repel all negative energies, and who doesn't want less negative energies in their life? And I have like a regular jade earring and necklace set. And I also have some charm bracelets, because charm bracelets are great. And then this one is a necklace that has a little flower tree inside of it. And I have another version of it here that has like a little smaller flower. And I also got so many string bracelets. Some of these were like from the fabric weaving place. They like gave me one because I worked so hard on my little fabric. And it has like these cool little beads woven into it. I have one that has metallic and it matches my scarf. And then I have another one here with different colors. And then hair scrunchie. I love cloth hair scrunchies. They are so perfect. And this bag was one of my favorite pieces that I got while in Guatemala. It has the different squares of each region. So each region has its own style of fabric or pattern that is associated with it. And so the different patterns are from different regions of Guatemala, and the bag has like all of the different ones in it. And I thought that was a really cool way of putting it together. And I found it really fascinating that the colors don't clash, even though they're like all different patterns and all different colors. They still have like a continuous flow, even though they are different. And I have a few more other things that were clothing items, but because my suitcase was lost for like several days, everything got super wrinkled, and I will be posting some stuff on social media later about that stuff once it's less wrinkled. Wrinkles are the vein of the clothing realm. I hope you enjoyed my little spiel about my epic me-cation in Guatemala. And stay tuned. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel for future adventures. See you next time. Bye.